What's up, YouTube? Adam Patterson here, and today I want to speak about my thoughts on credit cards, best ones to use, best ones not to use. And my thoughts on this have changed over time. If you could find any of my past YouTube videos, I used to speak very highly about my American Express Gold cards that I had. I had business American Express Gold cards. I have a personal one. I have my Capital One Venture card, which I still think very highly of, but my opinions on credit cards have changed. Now, I still believe in using credit cards as long as you do not overspend. If you know how to track your spending, if you know how to budget, if you know how much you're spending, and you are going to do it all in cash or on a debit card, I would incline you to use a credit card. And I'm not saying this as someone who has any benefits from you using a credit card. If you overspend and you think that you will go into debt, do not use a credit card ever. Use your debit card and don't do it. Budget out well and make sure you track your finances. That is a staple of your life. But if you know how to do that and you've been very good at it and diligent and you've tracked well and you've saved with your debit card, there's no reason why you can't use a credit card for all the same purposes. Now, credit card companies, a lot of people will call them evil. A lot of people will call them not. It really depends on you because they make money off of the interest that they charge people who carry balances every single month. That is a terrible thing. But if you don't do that, you do get the rewards of having a credit card. And this is how I will say that my opinion has changed. When I first opened my few credit cards, I went with point-based credit cards, thinking that points were important, thinking that it was pretty cool that I could spend money, earn points, and then use the points to get free stuff or whatever. But the money's already spent. And when it came down to it, my credit cards started changing. American Express started changing. Capital One started changing. And now it really turns out to be an in-store credit for these credit cards. You can't use it all the time. You can only use it on select things that if you want to redeem it for this. If you use the points after the fact, they're worth less. And every point is worth maybe a penny. And my thought was that it's turned out to be now. In the beginning, I was like, this is so much fun. I'm earning so many points because I'm buying digital advertising, what have you, with my American Express Gold card, that I earned a lot of points. And because of that, every flight that I booked, every hotel stay, I could use points for it and I didn't have to spend money. It felt different because, I'm just spending points. I'm not spending my cash. And my thoughts have changed now over time because when I went to redeem the points for cash, it was nearly worthless. My 100,000 points turned out to be $1,000. And it wasn't anything that was substantial that I thought it was. If you use the points as points, they're worth more when you're booking travel and booking with points directly and booking through that credit card. But the travel also costs more when you book through the credit card. It was a weird thing that changed my mind where now I focus on cash back credit cards because I would rather have the cash immediately. I can spend the cash on things all year round, or I can earn the cash back and I can see it. And it's basically just like getting a discount. Instead of spending the full dollars and only earning points, and then you have to wait until you have 10,000 to 50,000 points just to book a flight. And so my thoughts on credit cards now are they're still very useful as long as you know how to use them, as long as you don't carry balances, and as long as you're a responsible adult with your money. With that, cashback credit cards are where my heart sits today. It's where my mind sits today. It's where everything that I think about sits today. Cashback is far better than having points. Obviously, when you spend the cash, as long as you're spending it on a business item, you get a deduction. The only problem is that many people use their business points that they earn for personal spend, personal travel, because, I earned it on my business card, but it connects to my personal card, or what have you. Now, with that, if I were an employee, I would absolutely go for the points. If I was using a company card or getting a reimbursement, I would go for the points because then your company pays you to pay it off. I would still take the cash back, to be honest, because then you just earn cash off your company, which I don't think is illegal. But that's how I would do it. And I would recommend cashback credit cards because it's basically like buying with a discount. because you get the percentage off and you just get to keep your money. And I would rather keep my money than spend it. But also, I like to spend money and I have things I need to spend money on, but I would like to get the money back if I can. I would rather get the money back than points, which would be redeemed for less money in the future. So that's my little 2 bits on thoughts on credit cards. I think that you should get cash back credit cards if you're going to, and I think that you should never ever carry a balance. Never carry a balance. Shh. And that way you never go into credit card debt at those incredibly high rates. But that's my thought on credit cards. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's useful, and I hope you actually take that into account when looking for a credit card in the future. If you are. If not, don't get one. All right. Take care.